I wanted to give an update while I dressed up my husband's doll. I have been pondering this for a few years now. At some point, it became less fun. And it's a question that really stumps me. I don't believe that people grow out of dolls, but it's inevitable that as we get older, we get busy. I haven't really left them behind, but life is moving faster than I can handle. And dolls are just another thing on my list that I just don't have time for. I do miss the days when they were the highlight, and I would look forward to each new arrival. I have this unfortunate habit of mine where I schedule my hobbies to the point that they become jobs. Part of it is I know myself very well, and I know if I don't set the time aside, I won't play with them. I'll more likely doom scroll at the end of my day rather than do something I deem productive. For a long time, I forced myself to interact with my dolls regardless of if I felt like it or not. I was taught this thing about always showing up, because one thing that happens with chronic mental illness is you don't feel a lot of motivation to do things. So my biggest step was I can show up. And I showed up, and a lot of it is tied to feeling guilty about how much I spent on it. I couldn't justify spending this much money on the hobby and not interacting with them. As time progressed, I've slowly come to accept that I don't really need to feel guilty for hitting a long pause on this hobby, even if it feels like I'm sitting on top of a mountain of money that just sits in cardboard boxes. But the joy of hobbies are really cyclical for me. It really becomes chasing the next hit of dopamine. So when I first received my doll, I couldn't wait to get it in hand. And all I did was watch doll videos, go on BJD Collect to See, and just scroll new releases again and again, waiting and anticipating for the first one to arrive. And then when she got here, that dopamine quickly faded, and it became that catching up with all the releases I missed. It really became more about the hunt than actually playing with them. And then you add a dash of FOMO in there with limited releases, and it became a vicious cycle of money and guilt, money and guilt. So, I don't know if I still enjoy dolls. In 2 weeks, I'll be going to Dollpa LA and seeing if I can find that love again, or if it's time for me to put them aside and find something else to do. I'm a little afraid of doing that though, because I know myself very well, and I know once I put down a hobby, I'm very unlikely to pick it up again. So what about you? Have you ever experienced hobby burnout? What's your story? Let me know in the comments down below, and also tell me how you feel about this format of video. Do you like chatting more casually about topics that come up between dolls and life? Until next time, bye!